abusua Kesi to Forson and a bit na mo refia na some more na to Forson when the first time at the finance sector. Ato Forson was the deputy finance minister during Mohammed's tenure and I think say 8 years ago say. Now abusua say no he is the finance minister. He's bringing the experience qualifications just he's overqualified he's qualified for that sector. Na busua enya kasa keke na obaye wo kasa wade nneɛma papa ne wade nneɛma papa egu akwan mu wade adwuma papa egu akwan ma yɛnyina yɛhu so mfaso asisi yɛhu sɛ the finance sector no get better nkakra nkakra. Abusua na mpanimfo bi ne natena ase a ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo discuss ɔmo ne twetwe nkɔmɔ ɔmpɛ sɛ ɔmo ho die nti a nanado time no during nanado time ɔne ne ministers na MPs ɔmantimi anyɛ nnwuma na yɛwura mahama ne atofo ɔsɛm mo yɛsisi a no da abusua yɛnkɔ ne nkuti atofo ɔsɛm mu ayɛ
for such major retooling to be done?
I think yes and no, surprise and not too surprised. Surprised that an important sector of this sort has been neglected. I'm not surprised because we know the people were ruling, and we know their mindset, and we know what they did to Ghana. And so, looking at the state of the Ghanaian economy, looking at the state of the fire service, why should I be surprised?
Well, now let's come back to the basics. You were one of the very first ministers to have been announced. You've taken over close to 10 months now. What have you been doing? Because you put forward a budget and you've been executing the budget for some time now. What have you been doing with your very first budget? What has been the focus?
Okay. When I took office, the president announced me on the 3rd.
Okay.
On the 6th. No, on the 9th.
Okay.
9th. He was selected. He was sworn in on the 7th.
Yeah.
On the 8th and the 9th, I was nominated as minister responsible for finance. Okay. And I was nominated together with my two other colleagues. The Minister for Rules. The Minister for Energy.
Okay.
And then the Minister for the Attorney General.
Okay.
So they were the same. I went through my vetting. Obviously, I had a responsibility at the time as the majority leader. And I had to hand over my other portfolio because there was a new leader who was supposed to replace me in Parliament as the majority leader. So I handed over on the 22nd, and then on the same day, I moved here. So from 23rd, I took over as the minister responsible for finance. Thanks to His Excellency the President for the honor done me and for the confidence that he reposed in me, particularly at this very difficult time of our economic turnaround, and the fact that he believed in that I can do it. So I took the challenge. Came here, this same room, first meeting with all directors here. I remember very well. Had a brief. And, it was worrisome.
The very first brief?
It was worrisome. And, it's the kind of brief that Commander-in-Chiefs received when you take office. And when I was briefed as Minister for Finance and I saw all of that, I said,
what worried you?
We have work to do.
What worried you specifically from that brief?
The true state of the economy.
But you were majority leader, you were ranking member on the finance committee. You should have an idea.
You have an idea, but the true situation is different from what the idea you have from outside. So when I saw the true situation, I had a deep breath and I said, I have work to do. And so immediately after I said, I'll come back tomorrow. So I went home, had a deep breath and said, hey, let's get on. So the next day on the 23rd, I took office properly. And you know what? The first thing I did was to write to everybody that stop every payment.
That was the very first thing?
First thing.
All payments?
Every single payment, even if it is about entering the payment on the morning from the Bank of Ghana, I said stop. Everything must stop. And halt and wait for me.
Why did you do that?
I had to do that because I need to have an understanding what is going through, what is coming out, what is going. And I said, hang on everything, let me do it. Then I started recalibrating the fiscal. I inherited an IMF program that has been derailed. I said this program needs to be fixed.
Okay.
Then not just fixing it, but getting to recalibrate it. Then again in the same room, I had a board and said, let's recalibrate the fiscal.
Okay.
One of the things I did, and it looks like the public did not really pay attention. IMF program to go through the consolidation was revenue-led. That it was going to be a lot of taxes and all to lead the reforms and to reduce the debt and to recalibrate. So I decided to recalibrate it. And in recalibrating the fiscal, I switched from revenue-led to spending-led.
Okay.
And I started cutting the waste.
So what you inherited was more about generating more revenue.
More revenue in the form of more taxes.
Okay.
And so I switched it.
Okay.
And so if you look at the fiscal framework carefully, you notice that there was a shift from more taxes and taxes and taxes to cut in wasteful expenditure, wasteful expenditure, wasteful expenditure.
Okay.
And so straight away, I started finding out where are the waste and what is a waste.
Okay.
So if I look at a person and I think it's a waste, it's waste.
Okay.
If I look at the expenditure line and I think it's impactful, it is waste.
Okay.
And I have to cut it.
Okay.
And so I started cutting the waste.
Okay.
And so you notice that the expenditure levels change. And so going into the budget, I immediately reset expenditure lines from where in 2025, but set it to 2023 levels.
Okay. By cutting the waste.
Even before cutting, I reset every single expenditure line to 2023 levels.
Okay.
It's not 2024 levels, 2023 levels in the budget. That's what I started with. So took everything 2 years back.
Okay.
2023 levels. I call it shock therapy to shock the system. And so shock therapy, I reset it to 2023 levels. And then even within the 2023 levels, then I started checking which one is impactful and which one. Okay. And then I identified certain organizations that were, excuse my French, low impact, pampai, then cut them all.
Okay.
Some collapsed them into other and all. And then so it was pended that was leading the reform. Then I introduced what we call commitment authorization as part of the budget. The intention was, now that you are cutting the expenditure, you don't want some commitment or new contracts to add on. Otherwise, they go back to the same. Yeah. So I introduced the commitment authorization to make sure that whatever is coming in has been approved and is within the budget and is impactful. Okay. And got all ministries, departments, and agencies to get my approval before they can award contract, just to make sure that the system can work. Then aside that, I said to myself that, what if you are going to do all of this to ministries, departments, and agencies, and you leave the state-owned enterprises? They run the country aground and come in a form of contingent liability to pay. Then I rope them in. Okay. SOEs. Okay. So you tackle the SOEs? I tackled the SOEs and brought them in, and all the SOEs will have to also ask for permission before they do things outside their budget. You remember, if ECG mess up, it's the state that pays. Yes. If Cocoa Board mess up, the state that pays. If other SOEs mess up, the state that pays. And so if I'm the one going to pay, then let me see what you are doing. Okay. Unless we are not the one going to pay. Because I'm the one going to pay. Won't you do the same? Yes. You do the same. Yeah. And so if it's, and I said, okay, fine, you don't want me to see, then don't come to me. But if you are going to come to me and it's going to be my debt tomorrow, I have to see what I have to pay. And if you are going to award contract, for example, ministries, department, agencies, and eventually you are going to bring it to me to pay, then let me see what you are doing. Then let me make sure it's in the budget. That's all. And if it's in the budget, you can do it. If it's outside the budget, I'm sorry, you cannot do it. So I amended the Procurement Act and introduced commitment authorization and shifted the responsibility of criminalizing the action, the wrongdoing, from the politicians to the technical people. Those people who are approving. This time, I'm not a politician. I'm not the one here who approves at the procurement level. So the tender committee, the head of tender, entity tender. So you are the technical people. You'll be responsible, and everybody stayed off. And here we are. We are seeing benefits. Aside that, I had to tackle inflation. I had to tackle the structural issues, like how do I build reserves to make sure the currency stabilizes. Then I introduced the gold bond. Okay, it's been a brainchild for a very long time. designed it and all, and had to find someone strong enough. And Sammy Jemfi had always come to mind. The president has chosen him, and he's a young man with drive. And it's difficult to get such kind of people around. And you need someone with energy, but he has energy, the drive, the determination, and can-do spirit. And you need to steady people to know the right people that can do it. And we think that he was the guy. To be honest, the kind of work he's done at the place the last few months, it would take somebody 5 years to do. And I salute him. I salute the governor also, and the central bank for what they've done. Tightening the money supply, sterilizing about 55 billion, helping bring inflation down. The policies we are working here, the coordination between us and the central bank is something that has also worked for us. And the kind of structural change we've done, and also Cocoa Board, the reforms that has taken place. This Gold Board and Cocoa Board come together has helped build strong reserves, and the central bank has been able to intermediate properly as part of their function. And today you see the economy doing well. It's a combination of the effort. But let me say this, you know, the kind of reforms we've put in place has only become possible because President Mahama has given us the support. There was no way we could achieve even a quarter of what we've been able to achieve without the support of the president and his guidance, the vision he has. Do this, don't do this. Go here, don't go here. Don't worry, I'll back you. Go ahead, don't be afraid. I'm there. Do that. This is the way to go. No, this is not how to do it. It's a good idea, but turn it this way. That is what has become the magical moment for the turnaround.
The guidance from the
guidance. Not only the guidance, the support.
The
guidance, the support. Dearly. And it's not something that is 1 week then it will guide you. Every single day. Involving himself. Guiding you. Let me understand what you want to do. Break it down from technicality to layman's language. So, okay, I understand. Do it this way. Turn it that way. Why not this one too? It makes it work, and it turns 1 to 2. Adds something special to the occasion, and it turns the matter. Today, the benefits of his guidance, the benefits of his support is there for everybody to see. I remember saying that if we are able to do this well, it will not be up to 1 year. The people of Ghana will see the difference. Look at this. It's there. Upon all of this, what is left most is how we sustain it. And that's why. So recognizes the foundation we've laid. The foundation of 2025 and building on it in 2026. And so this budget was prepared with 3 legs. The first is to consolidate the stability we are seeing. Challenging, but we'll do it. And that is the calibration of this budget. 2, this budget looks at using the stability to accelerate investment, growth, and for job creation at the same time transforming our country.
Investment, growth.
Yes, investment, jobs, and transformation, economic transformation. And so in doing that, we decided to pick some key areas for critical investment. Energy, so that we can have reliable and also affordable power that can power the growth, because you can grow without energy. So you need to have that. Then 2, as a country, we need to improve on our infrastructure. And that will power the growth. That will connect the people. And then most importantly, agriculture. There should be food, and there should be food security. You don't want to be impacted when there's a war in somebody's country. You should be able to feed yourself. So how do we do it? We look at everyday staples, and then also we look at how do you commercialize your agriculture and use that also for job creation and all. So those are the three things that we focus on. At the same time, we look at agro business. And so you see a lot of Ministry of Trade and Agro Business, a lot of processing, agro processing also in the chain, also to lift it. And then going into that, you also need to secure your country. And so we talk about security, how to secure your country. Will you have a country if there's no security? Will you have an economy if there's no security? No. So you need to secure the country. And you could see that we have specifically taken care of the Navy, taking care of the Air Force, and taking care of the infantry. And that, yes, you said the senior former retired officer said it's a modest. It's a good start. I recognize that it's a good start. It's more than modest, but it's a good start. Then, above all, in doing all of this, the social sector of the economy, you need to educate your children. We need to end double track and end it once and for all. So we are doing considerable investment, putting considerable investment in areas of secondary schools. So we are going to revamp infrastructure in the secondary schools. We're going to build a lot of basic schools. Oftentimes, particularly in the previous administration, the secondary schools were neglected and the primary schools were neglected. So we are building 400 kindergarten, 400 teacher accommodation, 200 basic class 1 to 6 classroom blocks, and 200 JSS buildings. And this is scattered across the country. And at the same time, we are providing the secondary schools with buses. We are providing the education service with pickups and saloon cars for them to be able to enhance the supervision of the schools to bring our quality up, because our quality is going down thanks to MPP. Just run the country aground and destroy the education sector. It's there for everybody to see. I mean, today, things are changing. And the minister responsible for education is doing his bit, doing everything possible to up the standard of education. And I commend him for the effort he's putting in place. And it needs to be supported. And so we had to allocate resources for that particular ministry to be able to do well.
For Yakutia to Forson aba, Yinayati and Sama, Yura at to the Guho. Yura Yina, Mwana Munum, as I say, Munum, a Duma, Waye, 2023 budget, 2024 budget. Almost said with Mr. Shen and some no can and some. In names of a panady when we answer that, but still now, Casabia, he amazed us. Papa Ebano once now about the NDC political party, especially man now mention his name, Sami Jamfi. As a knock for Sami Jamfi about how vigorous, astute Sami Jamfi is no. Emma manager park was that man, you be as a would see now, you be out at tea, who follow politics and answer with tea and for an answer mom keka, which means a damn man, Sami Jamfi in particular no has a lot of knowledge about this word, about politics, only walker. Ma abontim emma be didi embe ranti and rave and kufi kwa. So moka so mo be si a omo be ye. Nti abusua many age pass out to Forson is the finance minister say you see what ma boa man you make so. Na uti any interview we are they have a lot of things on be aboa or my Ghana and then the government sectors, you know, just the military, the police, the fire service, all that teaching, just a baby schools, just a baby na to sim, to see, na MPP for was no. Omo de ahye omo tirim ana se enne ye omo botaye so mbe ye ne nyina yi bibi to sim abra na MPP was no. My adwen say they are going to take that things na MPP jai so went men we and also was saying na omo be fa no ma ye ne. And we keep on saying, nka aban bia ba ana wo ye saa anka Ghana ke yem bro. Yem fa no say Mahama si Mahama wo si wa start ato Forson say omo ba build these schools, school buildings, omo the chairs be ko schools are chairs nim ne ade. Yem fa say Mahama ba yi was our building new schools na wentimi anwi a na bia NDC yem fa sa amba nyame fa sa amba. And I'm not saying NDC is going to lose, but as NDC lose here, the next political party or into power no esen ko timi continue nyoma na Yura John Romani ne the ministers ne MPs no omoyen said the next party na eba na itimi continue. But in Ghana here no oba one ye because yeah Ghana for no and that's what should say even some media say political related to some political parties no ebeka say oh Mahama na start say nti enye MPP fo na ye ana enye CPP fo na ye CPP fo be wie enyom na start say sounds na say MPP start ya na ebia NDC be wie anase CPP anase PPP anase KKK ebi be wie the same thing na beko. They don't bother to go to that side. But since nyinaa yɛ kabo mu yɛ no sɛdeɛ weiba no wanwie na weiba no ɔbɛtoa so na weiba no wanwie na weiba no ɔbɛtoa so a anka a lot of companies, a lot of schools, a lot of infrastructures anka yɛabuild sisi a ama Ghana ɛkɔ n'anim no abusua anka ɛnyɛ ketewa koraa. Nti m'ani agye sɛ yɛnya such a wise, knowledgeable, astute minister as I say what me aboa ma inflation nsɛm koraa. First no as at of last year saa me ne da so inflation ɛsua finance nsɛm ne ɛsu ho and how MPP for no more kasa sɛ December ending November December na bibia yɛ cool no saa asɛm no so bɛtɔ yɛ mu bi tirim a ne yɛdwene sɛ they have plans to solve all those mischiefs ne ade ɛkɔ so wɔ mo party no mu no nti no yɛnyɛ a yɛma yɛakoma nto yɛ menduru December na November no na bibia aba na wie nso still na yɛ sɔfa. But we thank God sɛ sisi a yɛnya minister watimi aboa solve problems at the finance sector. Last year was the last 2 years. Now Ghanaians are calling for the then finance minister to step down because I'm your man kweyo. As I see, you know, you betimi aboa. Empire aboa say ono so enkofa. Sisi our start fit. That's how the then finance minister Ken Oforiatta was started. Year born about their first 4 years. Obia born about but during the second term, no na say nneɛma gye gu yɛ empire yɛ bɔ no sɛ sɛna biribi sɛ ato Forson wɔamfa baabi saa sɛna wɔanyɛ mistake sɛ ɔno so ba ɔbɛyi Ghanafoɔ ase ntoma because see people have their belief sɛ sɛdeɛ wɔastarte nneɛma pa ɔne ne boys ɔne ne men no ɔmastarte nneɛma pa no a ɔmo sɛ Yewura John Dramani Mahama so bɔ ɔmo support no ɔmbɛkɔ so ayɛ no saa abusuafoɔ yɛda mo nyinaa mo ase sɛ monya ntoboase hwɛ video yi yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛsrɛ sɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛbɛboa yɛbɛkyerɛ yɛ adwene comment section ase yɛwɔ deɛ ebia wonya akonya anaasɛ wontumi nyɛ video sɛdeɛ yɛyɛ videos yi ɛmbɛkasa wɔ abɔnten ba comment section hɔ deɛ wobɛtumi akasa cause it's anonymous wokasa wie a obiara ne wonim o ɛnyɛ wo nkwa ne frɛ kwabena anaasɛ yɛfrɛ wei nti mail anaasɛ din bi a ɛwɔ biara ɛnyɛ obiara n'anim o you are anonymous over the nti wo so kyerɛ w'adwene comment section ase na share video no ma obiara nya bi ne yɛhu deɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɔman Ghana bɛtu mpɔn meda mo nyinaa mo ase